thank you so much, Mary. And it's actually, I am afraid of ticks. That announcement the other day made me so nervous. I've been checking myself all weekend. So, I'm not going to take too much of your time. I know you guys are probably anxious. I'm going to talk to you for about 10 minutes. And I have a couple of quotes I want to say to you, and a couple of facts. It's not always going to be easy. I'm not trying to make you guys sad or depressed, but I do want to piss you off. And I was thinking about this last night, what am I going to say? And I was like, I really want to piss them off. And I was like, can I say that? And then Lynn said it. So I was like, okay, I can say it. So the first quote I'm going to read is actually from a feminist poet named Adrienne Rich. If you're familiar with her, you might know she actually passed away last week, but she was an amazing activist. And the quote that I'm reading by her says, "Try telling yourself that you are not accountable to the life of your tribe, to the breath of your planet." Okay, and that sums up a lot of what I feel about the work that we do. The second quote is from Frederick Douglass. You guys probably are familiar with him, and he says, you all might know this too, "Power concedes nothing without a fight. Never has and never will." Right? And then the last quote I want to share with you is from another poet like myself, and her name is Mary Oliver, and she says, "Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?" Okay? And what we are doing is amazing. So first of all, this poem I'm going to say to you and share with you is a love poem. And it's not a traditional love poem, it's a love poem for canvassers, because I love you all so much, and I love the work that we're doing together, and it's so freaking important. So thank you for doing the work, everyone. So, I'm not a liberal. If you know me, you know this. I'm a radical. Yeah, and that doesn't mean you have to be, but it's relevant to the story I'm going to tell you. So if you want to know the difference between a liberal and a radical, you can ask me later. So a crazy, amazing, beautiful thing happened one day in the Pittsburgh canvass. Years ago. This is like 2003. So I was like 21 or something. And I was a phone manager at the time, and we were calling Boston, Massachusetts. And this canvasser talked to a woman who was like, you know, I'm actually having contractions. And it's like, oh, that's a callback, right? No, she's like, I totally can talk to you. I'm not going to go to the hospital yet. I just wanted to let you know. And we were like, okay. And she gave money. And it was like a big deal. I mean, that happens. It's like, whoa, amazing, right? So we were talking about it all night and through checkouts, all right? And then the field canvas comes back. And they're field canvassing Pittsburgh. And they're like, dude, we canvassed this woman who was in labor. And I was like, what? Are you serious? And I took that as a sign that, like, something was going on, right? So, like, this is an amazing story. And I was teaching this radical anarcho-feminist conference, and in between, at the lunch period, I was having this conversation where I was talking that story, and one of my comrades, this other radical lesbian feminist, was like, I can't believe you're still canvassing. Like, I thought that was something people did when they were in college, and like I was going to grow out of it, or like it wasn't really that important. And it really upset me that she said that, but I thought about it more, and that's kind of like the impetus for this poem I'm going to share with you. It's like, you know, this is really important work, and don't you ever be afraid to tell people how important what you do is, because it's so important. So, before I get to the poem, and I will really shortly, I just want to ask you a rhetorical question and tell you a couple facts. So, fact number one, there was recently a study released that suggests that global warming and climate change is happening much faster than we imagined. And that by the year 2100, the temperature could be increased 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I'm not going to be alive then, but some of us in this room will have grandchildren that are alive then. Are you guys pissed about that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty pissed about that. So 90% of the large fish in the ocean are gone. I'm not trying to bum you out. I'm trying to piss you off. We're living in a period of mass human-caused extinction. 200 species a day. Not trying to make you guys upset. I'm just trying to piss you off, right? This is ridiculous. If every American took every action that Al Gore suggested, we would reduce global greenhouse gases 21%. Okay? So individual actions are really important, and I'm not saying like, use as much as you want. I'm saying the fossil fuel, the burning of fossil fuel is responsible for 75% of greenhouse gas emissions. So we know what the problem is. It's not like we haven't figured out what to do. So how can we stop global warming without stopping the burning of fossil fuel? Yeah, we can't, right? So we keep going, right? That's what we do. That's like, we are the warriors in this fight, right? So this is my gift to you, and thank you so much for doing the work. I was recounting this incredible story that happened to my crew while we were canvassing turf. 2 different canvassers talked to 2 different women in the process of giving birth. Both of these canvassers handled the situation gently, thinking the circumstances were slightly odd, but both of those women listened intently, and then they lended their voice to our cause. Now, at this riveting point in my story, I was rudely interrupted by my friend. She said, "I can't believe you still canvass." That's something I just don't understand. And I thought about her statement, because over the years, it's one that I've heard quite a lot. But now when people ask me how I canvass, I tell them, I can't imagine not. I just think about the politicians with their pockets so thickly lined. I think about the industrial polluters leaving environmental justice far behind. And I think about those women's children and the legacy we are all leaving them. I think about the air they're breathing and the next GMO crop that's feeding them. I think about their parents' jobs. Are they safe? Do they have access to health care? I think about all the clothes they bought at Walmart and all the kids that made those pants they wear. So you go ahead and you ask me how I canvass, and I'll tell you loud and clear, there is no place I'd rather be standing than in front of you right here. Yeah. Sisters and brothers, we are the ones we've been waiting for. And we are fighting the good fight. We have got the people on our side, and our goal is within sight. So when they ask you how you canvass, you tell them you can't imagine not. Tell them you can't imagine not. Because sometimes speaking truth to power is the only chance we've got.